want to do a TNA video for you. Do want to touch upon the whole Hernandez fiasco. And as always, thank you for watching, liking, subscribing to my channel. If you haven't done so, please do so right now. I've always thought to myself that behind the scenes really doesn't matter to me, or it doesn't concern me, because they ultimately don't affect the television product. However, now, maybe that was a naive statement to say of me. Now, I have my doubts. One of my big thing was always getting TNA out of the impact zone. But it's just something really that's just really something rotten right now in the state of TNA. The behind the scenes, I think, has really begun to affect the way much of the staff does their job. And more importantly, it's affected those on the creative and production team, as well as the wrestlers. I thought that the taping schedule was a fiasco, and I think at the end of the day it rendered Slammiversary pay-per-view, which was a lame duck. Taping is one of the big things. As bad as all that was, however, the fiasco that is the Hernandez contract is simply inexcusable, and I'll tell you why. For those who don't know what happened with the situation, TNA brought in Hernandez. They asked him if his contract with Lucha allows him to appear on Impact, and he confirmed that it does. TNA then proceeded to tape 6 weeks worth of episodes, Impact episodes, with Hernandez. And in those 6 weeks, he was heavily featured, including, from what I understand, matches related to a possible world title match against Ethan Carter III. In addition to all the segments, matches with the Beatdown Clan. Well, as it turns out, Lucha Underground contacted TNA to inform them that Hernandez's contract with Lucha Underground does not allow him to appear on TV, even though TNA, I guess, reportedly offered to pay Lucha a fee, allowing them to air their tape episodes that they already taped of Hernandez. Lucha Underground declined. And what happens? It leaves TNA with one option: scrap everything they've taped that involves Hernandez for at least the next 4 episodes. I hope that people realize how significant this is. Quite honestly, this is a situation that could have been prevented if TNA simply did their homework. And in this case, that would have been to contact Lucha Underground from the very beginning to inquire about the clauses in Hernandez's contract. It's simple. They didn't do that. Instead, they took Hernandez's word as truth. Incompetence. And it has bit them right in the ass. As a result, wrestlers who worked hard on the recent tapings, like MVP, Kenny King, will have nothing to show for it. Nothing. Not a single second of their footage with Hernandez will be shown on Impact. Not a second. That also includes the wrestlers who reportedly taped matches against Hernandez, or the Beatdown Clan, such as the Wolves and Bobby Lashley. less television time for them. Inexcusable. This is something I think that truly needs to be emphasized when you start to screw with the wrestler's ability to do their job. You start to lose their confidence in you, and sadly, you start to lose their loyalty. And then the wrestlers start to rethink their options. And then they start to contemplate asking for the release. I think you know where I'm going with this. As a diehard TNA fan, this is just what continues to detract more fans to watch TNA, just based on what they read on the dirt sheets, and the current TNA fan. I am a current TNA fan. I'm a WWE fan, ROH fan, fan of all wrestling, but I'm not a fanboy. Sometimes, unfortunately, you have to criticize. Who am I? I'm not a wrestler. But as a fan for many years, you cannot let something like this happen.